I mean, we just go with this. We just go with this. I mean, if you would have gone for an instant attack forward there rather than trying to get greedy, you would have actually done a lot of damage. But enough of that damage. I'm never going to get used to what that is, but still. Boom. Hello. Remember me? It's my friend. 1010. Hello, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel today, here with another deck for you today. Obviously the new cards have come out from the event, and so I've only got the first one at this moment in time in terms of what I've unlocked, but I've gone with a ramp deck with ASol and Trundle, revisiting that but putting the Feel the Rush card in it. So let's get into this. So I've gone with Feel the Ramp. I do actually have a Feel the Shrooms deck. I was actually going to do a video on it because I do still think that the combination of Sejuani and, which we'll very quickly just touch on this. I'm not going to do a full-on thing, but it's very quickly. Teemo and Sejuani with Feel the Rush, just so you get a 10-10 Teemo and 10-10 Sejuani is devastating, especially with all the mushrooms leveling up. But Silver Fuse has already done a video on that, so I kind of want to take this in a different route. So instead, we've gone with the Feel the Ramp deck instead of the Feel the Shrooms. So this is just taking back off of the old ramp deck, so with Trundle and ASol, so you're trying to obviously ramp up as quickly as possible, but the way that this deck works as well as a secondary condition, that if that doesn't end up working out, if you end up with a Feel the Rush, you do that because you're ramped up so much, potentially throw this out really early on. If you can get this out on turn 9, devastating. ASol comes out on the board as a 10-10, so technically he doesn't actually gain any stats from that, but Trundle does gain some stats from that, as well as the fact that Trundle, if he's leveled up, has the Overwhelm. You're hoping that whatever you've got on that board by turn 9, if you can drop this on turn 9 with full spell mana, is enough to level ASol, and then from that, devastation. So this is just as ramp up as quickly as possible, get to that point, and then boom, hit there. ASol hits the board, and yeah, devastation prevails. So obviously you've got all your standard ramp things coming off here. Obviously Avalanche does take this out, but this has been proven, although it is terrible in terms of it can get taken out very easily by Avalanche, it's kind of counterintuitive. If you can ramp up quick enough and get that on turn 2 while beholding, and then still have Trundle, you can potentially get Trundle out quite early with this. And so getting Trundle out is not bad. He's got his regeneration. He also then throws the Ice Pillar in his hand. So really good to help you out in terms of just making sure that you can deal with what's on the board. His regeneration is making sure that you can deal with what's on the board, and then late game throwing this out, getting another Trundle out as well as the ASol. It's just really nice. So that's why the other troll is in here as well, mostly so that you can get that behold mechanic, and yet again the regeneration is just what's helping you do a lot of trade throughs while keeping them alive and sustaining the board. Troll Chant, just a really good move just to be able to swap things around. I've put one copy of Paths in here just because there are still landmarks and whatnot. Obviously, that's because there's only the one of. It's not really going to help you out 100% of the time, and it's definitely going to be like hoping that you draw it if you're in that case. But I still thought I'd throw the one of in there just because I wanted it to have just like a little bit of landmark removal, though not it being the main function of the deck. Heals, just to be able to yet again maintain yourself. Stones for more ramp. Avalanche for be dealing with all of those aggro decks and things that are trying to build a board presence, just go boom, remove all of that. And Star Shaping, so that you get a bit of an invoke as well as a heal into your core, but obviously the main heal into your core you kind of want to be doing is this. If you can get this off of ASol, is devastating. But yet again, as I said, it doesn't actually matter because you're trying to do this, but that is just a really nice heal if like you need to go into the late game. This is just a last literally if your whole board gets wiped and there's nothing else going on, that is just your way of just getting ASol and Trundle on the board. It would definitely be ASol and Trundle, and then just hoping that you can level him up and then let the Celestials do the rest. I mean, second that ASol levels up, that's game over with it, like in any state. It's lucky that it's lucky that they changed ASol's level up ability, because it used to obviously be 20, whereas now it's 25. Because literally that would have instantly leveled up ASol. Now there's a little bit more work. You need more things on the board, but yeah. Yet again, stuns. helping you get towards that, because it's 2 empty mana crystals, whereas maybe potentially a little bit of draw. But yeah, so that's the deck. Please let me know what you think about it down in the description below. If you want to get the deck list for my Shrooms deck, I will actually connect it to this video as well. If you want me to do a video on that Shrooms deck, please comment down below and I will do a video on that Shrooms deck, so that you get to, like, I see my take on that, because it's definitely a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Best, if you haven't already, social media, shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter and Instagram. I'm active on all of them. If you want to come check the action live, I'm live on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays on Twitch. So if you want to come be part of it, we're building a very lovely community as well. So thank you everyone who is involved in that, and anyone who wants to join, please feel free. We're just building a community of people who love playing Runeterra, love playing games, and like just having fun together. That's the general idea. That's the whole concept of the LAN Up channel. It's just building a lovely community of lovely people. So there is also the Discord link down below. If you want to join the Discord, there is a games night and a movie night, so we get on mic, watch terrible films or play hilarious games together. Games night on Thursday, movie night on Saturday. So if that feels like fun, why not hit up that Discord? But as I said, while hitting me live on Twitch, you can always duel me, give me deck ideas. I'm always up for different things like that, so please feel free to get involved with any of those things. Anyway, I've also got, before I go off and go into the anyway, I do actually have a personal goal, which I'm really close to hitting on both of them. So thank you so much of hitting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube or 1,000 followers on Twitch by the end of the year. Thank you all so much. Like, all the support that I've been getting so far has been amazing. So honestly, thank you all so much. If anyone wants to, help with that, then please feel free to, if you haven't already subbed and followed. But without further ado, let us get on to seeing how this deck do. Okay, so the heals decks, this is going to be interesting because we basically have to beat them. We do have one landmark removal in the deck, but we basically have to beat the crap out of them. The main problem with our side of the field is that we do have a lot of zero cost, like zero damage things. So obviously his Tahm Kench can eat his way through a lot of things, so we kind of have to be very careful with that. Do I keep you? For some reason, so much of my mind wants to keep Voice of the Old. I probably shouldn't, because I'm not going to be able to hit that out until turn 5, but it's such a good ramp card that I really kind of want to have it. But no, if he drops, what's his face? If he does drop Tahm Kench on turn 4, I'm not going to lie, it's going to get a bit squeaky bum time in here. It's going to get a bit squeaky bum time, without a shadow of a doubt. So we could either go with this so that we've got some board presence, or we could go with a little bit more ramp. I'm actually going to go with the ramp, because then we can go into potentially Voices of the Old Gods very soon. So I'm actually just going to keep that, go boom, 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 take all of this. Take all of this ramp. We can actually go immediately into that. So the ramp has become devastating. Not gonna lie, there is no Trundle as well, which is unbelievably nice. Let's see whether or not we can get. And there's the ASol. There's the ASol. I mean, potentially, like, you know, we're getting very close to just dropping ASol like very quickly. We do have the Mind Splitter, so if something else comes out that we really need to stop, so we can stop the Soraka from continuously like going forward to heal, which admittedly is actually really nice. We could defend with stones, but it's not really worth it. I don't mind taking 5 damage. We actually do have the heals for 5 already in hand, so it's not like it's the worst thing that's happened to us. So close to dropping that ASol right now. We could go for a smaller move, but I feel like we go with the big move, which just means that he can't actually attack forward with his Soraka, and she's the main healing force at this moment in time. So actually stopping her from being able to move forward and heal is devastating. He's still not found the Tahm Kench as well. He's still not found the Tahm Kench. We could go for an attack forward. There's no, I mean, he defends here, right? Actually, no, we leave it. I was going to say, because if he defends there, that's fine. We don't actually mind that defense, because that means that's not being healed by, Star Spring. So I don't actually mind doing this. Not going to lie. Okay, no, it's so that he still gets those heals. Okay, now I'm understanding why that move was done. On the plus side, yet again, still no Tahm Kench, and we can immediately throw ASol out next turn. So turn 6 ASol is not a bad move. turn 6 ASol is not a bad move at all.
With purpose.
We're gonna need a little bit more for his level up though. So round 6 ASol, not bad at all. Throw ASol out. See what we can find here. So all things of 3 or less power. Just because this just seems to be like his whole board. And if he does throw what's his face out, then boom, dead. So this is just shut down that whole field of play on the other side. This has worked out very nicely for us. We didn't get to use the field of rush, but the devastation that this deck has done very quickly is being shown here. So yeah, but still there. That's fine. I take it he doesn't go for an attack forward. He can still get the heals on this one at this moment in time, but next turn we immediately. Oh, there's the Tom Kench move. There's the Tom Kench move. But if we go instantly into this one, he can't eat one of our ramps, and then boom, that should be. Obviously, there's obviously there's the potential of what's his face in his deck, Power Cascade to save Tom Kench's life here. But even if he saved Tom Kench's, Bastion, so he could actually throw 2 Bastions down, but that is forcing resource out of his hand. That is forcing a lot of resource out of his hand. So let's see whether or not he can defend the obliteration which is about to happen, which is definitely going to do a massive hit to his Star Spring in terms of like all the means are going to be gone. Or do we just get the concede? We'll find out on next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. If we needed to do this, actually no, it wouldn't have minded, because if he did capture our card, it wouldn't have actually minded. Okay, so Power Cascade. So he is keeping. He's keeping the stunned one alive. I'm legitimately thought he would have saved Tom, because Tom is the one who I guess he gets draw. Okay, fine. He does get draw off of that fact. So potentially more. That's the reason why he doesn't do that. But we just still attack forward. There's no reason not to attack forward right now, because we force a defense out. Going to have a hush move on us now. I mean, we still get through that. So. That's fine. So that's worked out quite nicely. That was very quick. That was a very quick game. We didn't even need to feel the rush. We felt the rush of just the ramp. Okay, so yet again, against the Healy deck. We've already proved that we can, but it depends on where, because we drew quite well. It depends, because we ramped up unbelievably fast and hit ASol by turn 6. So I'm actually gonna get rid of these to keep the avalanche and keep the stones, because we want to be trying to ramp up as quickly as possible. So I was trying to hopefully find another ramp mechanic. So that's such a good counter to avalanche, because I can't kill that. He throws stones down. So I've got 2 avalanches now. Got 2 avalanches, but I'm not gonna lie, it's this draw. So this one's gonna be a harder game because we've not drawn anywhere near, and we're not ramped up as fast as we did last game. So this one's actually gonna be a harder game. We do have our behold stuff though, so if we, I mean, I feel like the move has to be avalanche just to stop, because otherwise he moves forward with this, heals this, and does a lot of damage. So we could have thrown the stones out, but throwing stones out would have just been stones, and that's all that move would have been. Whereas this actually kind of at least removes something, so it's stopping her from being able to help level us. She can get the, she has to support to heal herself actually, so she doesn't even get the heal on herself. So yeah, that's actually worked out okay. We could go with you, but I'm gonna go stones. Go with stones because we do have a second avalanche, so if it's needed. There's the Tom Kench. Okay. Tom Kench is devastating because obviously he's going to slow down our... as I said, the second they find Tom Kench against this kind of thing, they can be taking out our ramp, because our ramp can't do any damage. Right. What we can still do is we can still throw this move out. So at least we got ASol out of that, and we have done a lovely bit of ramp. But sadly, oof. Hopefully... without my widget thing on the board, I'm not going to be able to get to 8, I don't think. Or will I be able to get to 8? I'm hoping I can still get to 8, because if I can get to 8, I can still throw out the dragon. which is devastating. We do actually have the counter to the landmark as well right now, so we're going to wait until he puts full resource into that before destroying it and taking the victory away from them. Okay, so we do actually have this. He needs... Now, admittedly, it's still possible. It's still possible because he could still have... what's his face? Astral Protection. Astral Protection gets Tom Kench's stats above... Astral Protection, yep. Astral Protection gets Tom Kench's stats above this, and then he can still eat. The problem is as well is that it's going into their attack turn, so it's not even like I can use Avalanche right now to stop what's happened. But yeah, okay, right. Because now he just goes for an immediate attack forward and heals Tom Kench to the max. Yep. Oh no! I thought it was gonna be. He's not actually healed Tom Kench to the max because he's not leveled up Soraka. Don't worry. Okay, not as bad as I thought. Then not as bad as I thought. Still gonna be an annoyance. Because he can still eat this one if he would. So it goes for another heal. Yep. Pale still means that he needs more. Oh, 2 pails. 2 pails, devastating. Okay. The only hope that I have is that he's not. Oh no. Okay. Oh no, because he ate one of the stones, didn't he? I was thinking like, no, wait. I only thought he had the 2 dragons in him. Because I was thinking, Avalanche, but yeah, he's gonna have heals in his hand, right, to be able to stop. I mean, actually, the this heals him past Avalanche, but we still throw ASol out. ASol's got a spell shield, so it's not as easy for him to eat immediately. Okay, so throw ASol out. We actually can heal our core as well, so we use this into ASol. We use this into ASol, thus allowing us to heal, and then we go for. So you into ASol, which then means that we heal for 7. Oh, sorry, for 10, and then get to play ASol for free. We kind of then have to immediately go in for the attack. We do still have this, but I said like we can't actually kill Tom Kench at the moment. He's got his thing is there, so I can actually potentially hit this. Which does... He could have Bastion, but he needs to have Bastion. It's whether or not he can save all of them. It's just wipe out a lot of his board. So that's why we're going to go with that move. We can actually also use the Avalanche move as well, which is quite devastating in itself. So... Actually, do we go for the Avalanche move now, just because we're forcing out different resources out of him right now? So we're going for the Avalanche move, and then next turn go into Cosmic Ray. I feel like that's the best move here, because this is also stopping these heals from going into Starspring. So it kills those. It's reducing his Tom Kench down a little bit more. He obviously can use the Soraka to heal that up, so he probably defends here with the Croaker. He defends with Croaker. So, go with that. He then goes immediately for an attack forward because he's hoping that's going to get him like towards this. We do actually have the landmark removal, so it's not the worst case scenario. We might still be able to find a way around this. I'm really hoping that I find... Oh, that's a lot of heals. That's a lot of heals. That is a lot of heals. Okay. So he's getting close. He's getting close. We can kill it. It's fine. Don't worry. We can still kill. So we can still use this. We can still use this move, and we can use this move. Okay. Significant damage. So he's got that. He's got that. We take significant damage. Right. Take it. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now he could still have the ability to counter, but let's see whether or not he does. So we'll see whether or not he's got Bastion, or potentially 2 Bastions, just to save their lives. It doesn't matter, as I said, because obviously he's thinking that he's going to win off of Star Spring. But we can stop that victory, so it's fine. This will, unless he's got 2 of them, remove a lot of his board. He might even just think, oh, well, I've already won, so fuck it, right? He might be thinking that. But he'd be wrong! But he might be thinking that. So let's see. So he's gonna save Tom Kench. He's gonna save Tom Kench. Makes sense. Is he gonna try to save Soraka as well? No, he's just gonna he's gonna make me vulnerable so that he knows where. Oh no, he's made it so that he can eat me. He's going for the eating move. Devastating. Not gonna lie. Impressed. Impressed at the bollocks. Right, okay. Landmark removal. Destroy this immediately. Take that off the field. Right, so he can't win through that anymore. So literally it's just the Tom Kench, but he has got through my spell shield. So he can potentially give me some problems. Let's see. So we've got to go for an instant attack forward here. We've got to go for... Actually, ooh. Or do we? Depends on whether or not he can... Oh, if only I had the mana for you! Okay, how much attack is you? So you're still... So, potentially we just go for a heal. A heal and play this. Because then next... Because then... Yeah, because then next turn we can play that. Because this is only used... Yeah, no. We definitely go for this move. Go for this move. He could potentially, as I said, have another Astral Protection. Another Astral Protection that he eats ASol. But I don't mind. We want him, so here's what we do. We go immediately. We go for the attack right now. We do have Troll Chant if we need to use Troll Chant, but I don't really think there's nothing which really forces me to have to use Troll Chant. Let's be fair. But next turn, going into the rush. Next turn rush is going to be devastating. Because obviously if we played this, he eats it right now, so that's why we leave that back. But feel the rush is going to be very nice. Oh, he's got another one of those back out. We haven't got another removal, so we have to make sure that he doesn't reach this win condition here. Okay. We kind of need to troll him out on this. We need to kind of troll him out on the eating so that we can feel the rush without worrying about him. So we might actually have to throw you out as an appetizer, and then just so that he eats it this turn, and then go into feel the rush. Because we can either throw this out or we can throw the charger out. We can actually throw either one, and it's fine. He wants to kind of lock me in, doesn't he? He wants to lock me in. Right, so here's what we do. I feel like this is enough bait that he might eat this. I feel this is enough bait that he might go for the eating. That's what I feel. Actually, it's got spell shield, so actually it's a lot harder to eat than that. Yeah, no, but he can get rid of the spell. Actually, I forgot that drop his spell shield. The best thing ever. So yeah, he can't even eat it. Okay, well, game over. GG. I take it that you just concede now because. Allow the party to start. How can you go against this? Boom. Well, boom. And then let's just go up to Riot. Well, hello. Yeah. There's the level up. There's the level up. We've actually got 2 ASOLs on the board as well now, so literally we're getting like 2 lots of these things like to start off with, and they obviously cost 0, so the devastation is not lost here. The devastation is not lost. So I feel like we still go for the we've got too many cards in hand firstly, so let's just start actually playing these ones. I want to see whether or not in star shaping we can find an obliterate, because if we can find obliterate, then this is just kind of done, right? I mean, yep, no, you can eat Trundle. You can eat Trundle. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind him being eaten because the board is going to be made up with our ASol friends, so he's not actually important anymore. We could actually get Trundle potentially out of this, or I mean that could draw the other ASol, which just means cosmically destroying everything on his side of the field. Which yet again, it's not a bad move. Okay, so he's. I mean, he's already leveled him up. I'm trying to work out what the plan is or does he just want to get that health up a little bit? Right, let's go with seeing what we get off of this. So it's Trundle. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping for finishing, but we do that is still an overwhelm. That is still an overwhelm. So let's see what we can get off of this. 2 to everyone, or just yet again more overwhelm damage, which we've already got 1 in the thing. Yeah, no, I feel like we've got to go with that. Go with that, because the devastation that these guys are about, to perform, I feel like this is just GG, right? Right. GG. So yeah, that worked out for the end. I'm not gonna lie, without that one landmark removal, that game would have been done a lot earlier on. Right, this is going to be a really big test because this is kind of a fearsome. I'm guessing if it's a standard one, like fearsome aggro. So actually being able to win against this is actually going to be hard. So we've got a lot of early ramp, and we do have a heal. And if we can get to that, this is going to be, but it's the fact that Diane can actually hook things, so we might start with this ramp. It depends on how quickly we lose it. Do have Avalanche though. Avalanche might actually be able to help us out more than I think. So we get a little bit of ramp off of there. We can then go into the stones. We just take that damage. So we then go into the stones just for more ramp. We can actually throw Trundle out here. It's not actually. I was thinking about going immediately into this, but our board state does require us to do something about the situation. I mean, this is actually a really funny move. It gets us really close, and we do have a heal. I mean, I'm having to go against like every bit in my body, which is telling me not to do this and just to throw the Trundle out. Oh, just like so much of me is telling me don't do this move. We can always throw it out next turn. Don't worry about it. We'll throw it out next turn. It's perfectly fine. I mean, we just go. I was gonna go straight forward with Trundle, but for some reason my mind feels bait because he had so much mana. So I'd rather keep this back. We've got alternative win stuff like going on, so it doesn't actually 100% matter. Okay, so that is fine. That's fine because we can actually counter by Avalanche. I want to see what else he throws out. Potentially Avalanche might be my plan here. If not, then I can go into that. Fading memory. So he's going for a big push of that on board. So actually, potentially Avalanche is not a bad plan here. It does mean that we lose one part of our ramp, but at the same time, they lose like a lot of their board while we still keep relatively okay on board. So I don't actually mind that trade-off. It's taken off a lot of his things while we still keep ours. We can also go into that next turn, and then we can go into this next turn. So we make sure that we actually it depends actually now, because we've lost one of our ramps. I don't actually know where I'm going to be at. That's fine. I've got heals. I've got heals for my core, so you can hit my core as much as you want. That's less of my priority, if I'm going to be honest with you. I got my man healing himself up there. This is perfectly fine. Yeah, no, so we're on 7. So I guess we can go into this move right now. Into this move, leave it, and then throw you out next turn. I'm actually going to throw this attack out because there's nothing that he's got right now. But next turn, going into ASol and Trundle on the board. We don't get the level up because we need 1 more point of damage. We need 1 more point of damage for the ASol level up, but it's going to be a devastating move nonetheless. Just throwing this out, feel the rush, and you will be feeling significant rushings. Most likely coming out of the anal region just as you poo yourself. Yes, that's exactly the noise that the anus makes at the time. Right. So, trying to force me. I mean, we just go with this. We just go with this. I mean, if you would have gone for an instant attack forward there rather than trying to get greedy, you would have actually done a lot of damage. But enough of that damage. I'm never gonna get used to what that is, but still. Boom. Hello. Remember me? It's my friend. 10-10. So that can just get myself. I can just block this entire board without any problem to me. I mean, there is obviously like power cascades and things, right? So he can force one trade. He can force like one thing. He could potentially throw some power cascades onto her to really buff up her stats. So admittedly, she gets really dangerous here in terms of a chance. I wish I still had the mana for a troll chant, but I had to go big. It was go big or go home, really, wasn't it? Okay. So we lose a Trundle. We lose a Trundle. I mean, he knows I just trade off with those, right? Like, I don't care about that one. I was gonna say, because I could just trade off with I can still trade off with that. I mean, I can still trade off because he still regens, so it's not like I actually even lose anything with that trade-off. Not that I would have lost anything with the other trade-offs either. Right, so that's that done. ASol doesn't get the level up, but this is still very dangerous right now. And considering the fact that we can throw down 2 ice pillars, which is going to start buffing Trundle up. So, throw that out. Refresh, which can get that 8 mana back. Boom, there's the level up. And then throw the other one out. So we can then decide, we can start trading off his side of the board. Start trading off their side of the board. And I feel like they realise they're in trouble. Or if they don't realise they're in trouble, they should start to realise that they're in trouble very soon. Because the fact that Trundle can start like just going crazy right now. Trundle can start because he's just going to be getting the stats coming from everything that's on this side of the board. So we can remove their Nocturne as well. Diane still which poses a little bit of a threat, but we do have the ability to heal up our core. We do have the ability to heal up our own core, which is really not bad at all. So, gonna go with this one just to see what we can get on the invoke front. I guess we go with that one, Spell Shield. Spell Shield and Elusive. I mean, they're starting to sweat. They know what's going on. They know what's going on. Okay, we do still have a Troll Chant, but 1 smack will do. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, no, we do still have Troll Chant if need be. If they don't go for an open attack, we do immediately. We can actually stun their side of the field as well as play. So we've actually got a lot of options. A lot of options, as well as the fact that we can heal up our core again. Or heal up ASol, depending on what. So this is actually going. This is going very well. This is going very well. Bow to me. Now then. Yep, and then he heals back up again. So what does one do here? What does one do? Oh, living legends! Don't mind if I do. But I mean, we do just have the ability to start throwing this out. We could go with Living Legends first, or we can stun. So if he doesn't go for an instant attack, which he kind of has to go for an instant. I mean, not that an instant attack really helps him in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so he's going for more elusive damage, which means that we get to play our elusive if he plays his. Oh, no, okay, he's going for a Nocturne, so he's deciding where that goes. That's fine, because now we can throw this out so we know that we can defend the elusive. So even if he throws down another elusive, that damage isn't going through. Okay, so we can... So that is going to... The attack forward is actually going to level... what's his face? But what we can do is we can say no to you, and... Do we say no to the Nocturne? Oh, we kind of want the Nocturne to attack, right? Because we don't mind killing him. Yeah, no, we say boo to both of these two, so that he can't decide, because he was going to hook ASol out of the field. So, not that we... I mean, we could have saved ASol with Troll Chant or with heals, but this is fine. I mean, he's still got the spell shield there, so that doesn't actually matter. The stuns go in. He gets another elusive, but we said we could defend one of these elusives. We can actually remove the attack of the other if we really wanted to. Yeah, no, it's done. It's done! Yes! So that is the feel the ramp, and they definitely did feel the ramp. Really good. Actually, the ability to be able to get ASol and Trundle out as 10-10s early on is so devastating, especially obviously ASol with his spell shield and fury makes him really hard to deal with. I'm actually surprised that there was no... I'm so used to when I'm recording to getting like loads of like wins but losses, and they're not like, you know, then having to choose the more fun games, whereas this was actually just all wins. It actually went really nicely. Like, I had no problems the whole way through. So actually a really nice deck. I do still like the Shroom deck with this thing. I definitely do expect people to be running the War Mothers kind of Trundle with Trendemir with this card as well, because again, bringing those guys out in that deck is actually really powerful as well. So there's so many different things this one card can do if you utilize it. I still want to find a way of utilizing it with Fizz to be able, because like obviously Teemo works really well because he's elusive anyway and goes up to a 10-10, but being able to use it with Fizz, there will have to be another spell in there, like a warning shot or something, to activate his thing, but potentially that could be quite funny. I feel like I will experiment with a few different champions with this card, because it is good, but I want to be getting myself up so that I can get the other cards and start making decks with them. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, why not hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below on what you thought about the deck. If there's any changes you make to the deck, please let me know. If you run the deck, let me know how it goes for you, please. I love hearing back from you guys, so please leave that down below. As I've already said, I stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, so if you want to catch the action live on Twitch, please feel free to. Links all down below, as well as the Discord link if you want to join the community. But yes, thank you all so much and for everything, honestly. Until next time, bye! I said don't you do it! Okay. Is there literally anything that I could draw or that I could get from Flash of Brilliance that could save me? Save me! That doesn't save me? Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.